All right, everybody, welcome. This is the 22nd July. Let's start off from the basics, the daily. So this is how you should be doing analysis on the charts whenever you come on to the charts. Oh, wow, look at all these trades taken over here. Anyway, let's remove this. Let's remove all these zones. So first of all, we're looking at the daily. And for quick measure, let's take a look on the weekly here as well. Looking at the weekly has had a big rejection, so we don't know whether this weekly candle is going to continue to push up or we will reject. But from my experience, based on the way candles have formed in the past, if this weekly candle does not break this low, 23.93, I think we can tap into 24.80 again. So I don't know, we'll see. Daily is also kind of like, is at this support area, but we've also had a pretty big move down, so we don't know how much we're going to retrace or continue to pushing down, or we just don't know. Let's take a look on the smaller time frames. Looking at the 4 hour, we are creating some sort of support area on the 4 hour around 23.98. Scrolling to the left hand side, yeah, I think this support area here makes sense on the 4 hour time frame, so we're going to leave it at that. But now, just by looking at this, there's been a huge move down last week, huge move down. So trend was down. Now we're walking into the Asian session, so we'll have to take a look at the small time frame, because the difference between an overall trend and a session trend is that a session trend is based off the smaller time frames, like the 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. The overall trend is based off of the 4 hour time frame. Now, you don't have to trade the smaller time frames based on the high time frames, because the small time frames will slowly dictate where the high time frame is going to go. So the 4 hour looks like we may move up to create resistance to move down, but the real information we're going to get from the 1 hour time frame, the smaller time frame, right? So now let's zoom into this area here. Now on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that obviously there is a support form, 23.97. Let's put a visible blue line over here, boom, boom, and boom, right? At the same time, we have a resistance formed on the 1 hour time frame right here around 24.11. I'm just putting the blue line here because I know that if we break above 24.11, there's a clean range to the left hand side moving till 24.20, right? 24.20 is an area where we may get a target if price does continue to move up, and that's around 85 pips. So it's a pretty good range for price to move from 24.11 till 24.20. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, we have some more information now. We obviously have a support forming, I guess, right over here. And if we do break below this area, this is 24.05. We have like a 75 pip range to move down. So I guess it's good, right? Currently, price is in a range, and this range is let's see, this is like a 66 pip range. And let's take a look on the 15-minute. No, okay. So now, two things to consider here. We are in a 66, 64, 65 pip range, right? If we get clean candles moving up till 24.10, and if we create resistance, so this will be move up one, we create resistance, then I guess we can continue to push down. That's going to be a sell, right? If we create clean candles and price creates resistance to move down, okay? Only if. On the other hand, something solid is going to be if we can break and close below 24.05, then we get clean range of price to move down 72 pips. And that's going to be a correction of the move we had when we had market open. So look, at market open, we had clean ranges, like clean move up. So if we can, break and close below 24.04, 24.05, clean range of price to move down, right? Awesome. If we can, on the 30-minute time frame now. So I'm going to look at the 30-minute time frame because if we do break and close above 24.12, there's clean range. We can move up towards 24.20, 86 pip range. Now I know someone's thinking, well, what about this resistance here to the left-hand side? Well, if we do break and close above 24.12, and it's, let's say, pre-London or London Open, that volume will break price through 24.14 for it to continue to push up, right? So we should ideally break above this area with volume for price to continue to push up. Because on the 1 hour time frame, the high time frame, we have clean range here to the left hand side, right? Let's take a look at pound yen. Looking at pound yen on the daily, daily is kind of like, now kind of like calming down here now. I guess we are recovering from the weakening of the Japanese yen, and then pound news came bearish. So, we're basically consolidating here on the daily. Looking at the 4 hour, 4 hour is also consolidating pretty heavily over here. We have a support formed. We have a resistance formed on the 4 hour. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. Now we have, like a lot more information. Support. We have resistance. Zoom in here a little bit, and let's take a look at this. We have a support over here, and we're kind of like breaking above the support. Let's measure the range. This is like 13 pips away. Let's take a look at this over here. So I guess this is going to be better, right? If we can break and close above 203,740, you got like a clean range, 42 pip range that we can continue to push up. Now, the reason why, okay, I want to point this one thing out. The reason why I didn't say that we should be looking for a buy above this area and expect volume to break above 2203 on pound yen is because pound yen, comparatively to gold, has a lot less volume, right? Gold has a lot of volume, and the volume that gold has, it can really break these zones here to the left hand side. Also, in the 1 hour time frame, there is a clean range above 2411, which is why we're not going to keep that into account. But looking at pound yen, on the 1 hour, you got that resistance. On the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, you also got some problems over there. On the 30 minute, obviously got a problem there. So I guess it's going to be better for 30 minute to break above 203,740 for price to move up, clean range, right? So looking for sells now. Looking for sells. Looking for sunshine. Oh. Yeah, very tough. Very tough sells. I mean, if we break close below 203,440, rejection till here, and if we look at these wicks on the 15-minute time frame, even from here till here, it's like, no. Sells don't make sense to me. Buys make sense to me. So probably going to be looking at buys here. So let's see what happens. So we're going to see you guys for later on for the London Open live stream. Till then, be safe.